And one day, I was there at the on the front of the PS where the American base was, and I tried to make a sale for the American real. And there was two men. He asked me to go to bed with them to see if they can pay me enough money to say yes. They start out with $200, $20, and they keep on betting and betting up to $200. Now $200 at those days, it's just like about $2,000 now. I try to see when I will say yes to accept it, sold myself to them. Now, born and raised at Vietnamese family, traditional culture, and who do not like the war and have already been a mother. But to sell myself to American, which is not easy decision to make. Only thing that I can thinking about is my mother, my sons, and my father in the village. And within $200, I can able to buy my mother a house, and I can support my son for maybe a year. So what is there to make a decision? But on the other hand, as a woman, as a 16, as a mother, and to be a prostitute to a foreigner, something that is not easy to say yes. I'm glad that many young people here today don't have to have that kind of decision to make. You never have to put yourself in that decision. You don't have to question about right or wrong. But as for me, in those days, yes, right is to take care of my son, take care of my mother, and take care of my family. But wrong is to do a wrong thing at a wrong time. But I did. I took the money and buy my mother a house and quit the job and looking for another job. So after I stopped doing black market and bought my mother a house, I found a job with the American and worked and met my husband in 1969 and went to the U.S. in 1970. It's much more in the books, but I just had only 40 minutes, so I had to cut it short. And so when I went to the U.S. in 1970, as a mother, 20 years old, 2 children. My husband was 53, so he quite old than I was then. The first thing I came to the American to learn that is the culture shock. In Vietnam, as you can see, it's very hot weather. Everything we eat is hot. Hot soup, hot rice, hot noodle, hot pepper. You also wear black pajama. So add on the hot weather. But in the U.S. it's cold, very cold, and they eat cold sandwich, they drink cold Coke, they eat cold cereals, and everything is just too cold for me. But all the difficulty in the culture shock I can deal with. But what is so hard for me was the war in Vietnam. Every time the news see that the Vietnamese village is burning down, and Vietnamese villager was killed or wounded, they look at me and they say, shame on you, that you people kill each other so much. And every time that they see American killed it or wounded, they look at me and they say, shame that we let you groups kill our people. So all of this comments and all of this remark that how the war they see that and how I see that from here is making me wonder why that I live in America and what did I am trying to do. My English is not good enough. I'm scared, and so I have no voice. So everything that I hear and see, I just wait and just pressing down and have no voice for speak up about the war or about my past or what happened. So 1973, my husband passed away and I have 2 children. In 1975 came, I met Hayslip, that's my second husband, and married to him. Another struggle because the Vietnam War is end. To me, it's a very happy move It's a good thing now that the family come home and mother see the father and husband come back with the wife, and everything it will be the best for Vietnamese. But many Americans, people around me, they say that is a bad thing to let the communists won the war. Go back and kill everybody and take it over the war and not let the communists take it. And so I, again, with the big struggles, try to figure out why the Americans hate Vietnam so bad. And the war that we did not invite them here, they come here on their own. They got killed only 58,000 Americans, but comparing to over 3 million Vietnamese. And now the war ends, they're still not happy. So, not only that we struggle with the war, I also brought 17 Vietnamese foster children into our home to live there because they come to the U.S. without parents. And so now my husband thinking I'll turn our home into a refugee camp and taking care of Vietnamese children more than look after him, so it's another big struggle. He is a Southern Baptist, I am Buddhist, and most of the children, some are Catholic, some are Buddhist, and some different kind of religion. Every day, my husband wants me to, or all of us, turn into Baptists and go to church with him and make sure that we learn about God and not worship Buddha. And so our little family now, it become like a holy war. Every day we fought, every day we argued. So 1983, my husband died. And now I become the widow the second time with 19 children. And a husband now is not there. So at the time I just wanted to do something different. I want to become rich American. So I invest in real estate and I bought a lot of house and rent it out. And so I opened a big restaurant and I become very successful. But the more successful I become, the emptiness I feel, the loneliness, the something that is not complete in me. I had 3 sons.